Hello Classic Crew, and welcome to today's video where we're going to be talking about 5 ways to be a real American this July 4th. If you are new to my channel, here we talk about classic living and traditional values, and I would love if you would consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell. And if you haven't already subscribed to my Substack newsletter, you will get access to a ton of exclusive content, including my book club, my exclusive weekly articles, and my podcast. So in today's video, I want to talk about how you can celebrate this July 4th as a real American. So what do I mean when I say a real American? Well, many of my subscribers are American citizens, but being an American citizen doesn't actually mean that you are a true American in the sense that you love this country and you appreciate what it stands for. Many Americans nowadays, also known as leftists, want to tear down this country, and they think that that is patriotic. They think that patriotism means tearing down the basis that this country is built on, which is what makes it so amazing. The foundations of America are what make it such a beautiful and wonderful country. So today I want to talk about 5 ways that you can celebrate on July 4th as a real American. So let's get into it. The first way to be a real American is to stop apologizing for this country. What this country stands for and the foundations on which it was built are incredible things. We live in a country that was built on freedom and liberty. And even though there are things in our past that we're not proud of, we can say that this country and what it was trying to accomplish, we are proud of. So I think it's really important that we stop apologizing for America. America is not a bad place to live. It's not a bad country. It's an incredible place to live. It's an incredible country. And I'm done apologizing for it. If you think that loving your country, being patriotic for your country, means that you're ignoring any of the problems it might have had, then you're wrong. You can love something and say, I'm really proud to be an American, without constantly having to sit there and apologize for the problems that it has had and that it currently has. The fact that we are constantly having to apologize alongside being proud of something is ridiculous. Number 2 is go shooting. Celebrate the Second Amendment. We are very blessed to live in a country that arms its citizens. The fact that we are able to have that Second Amendment, to own guns, so that the government isn't the only one with those weapons, is an amazing thing. If you want to hear more about this, actually, I would recommend checking out JP Sears' channel. He recently did a video where he apologized for previously being in favor of gun control and now being pro-gun. And I think he really describes why it's so important that we as citizens have access to weapons. But also, outside of the really practical reasons why we should have guns, why citizens need to be armed, which again, check out his video on that. I'll link it in the description box below. It's really, really good. Shooting is a sport. Shooting is fun. It's something that you can do as a family. You can go to the shooting range and learn how to shoot well. It's also a really important thing for self-defense. As a woman, I think it's a really important way for me to defend myself, given that I will never be as strong as a man. So having access to a gun is something that allows me to protect myself. So as a real American, we should celebrate our Second Amendment. We should understand why it's so important that American citizens can own guns and own them responsibly, instead of ignoring how important this amendment is. Number 3 is post one of your beliefs on Twitter. Now, I think it's really important to celebrate that we have the First Amendment in this country, free speech. And I think that so many of us still feel afraid to voice our opinions because our friends, our coworkers may not agree with us. So I can understand why you may not want to share publicly what you believe. But if there is something that you believe and that you think you should share, do it. Today is the day. Real Americans embrace free speech, and not only do they embrace free speech, but they embrace free speech for the people they disagree with. And that, I think, is the biggest difference. Real Americans know that we all have the right to free speech. It's not just the people who I agree with. So write something that you believe and maybe hop over and see what other people are saying. And thank God that you live in a country where people can disagree with each other freely and openly. I just popped down the exposure. I didn't realize the lighting in this room has changed a bit throughout the day. So now the picture looks a little bit better. But number 4 is gather in prayer with your family. Real Americans love that we have freedom of religion in this country. So gather with your family, say a prayer before you eat your July 4th barbecue, and thank God that you live in a country that has so many different people with so many different religious beliefs. Recently, Jacob and I had a get-together in our backyard with our friends. We had Catholics, we had Protestants, we had Jews, and that is the beauty of this country. Last but not least, to celebrate as a real American this July 4th, sing some patriotic songs. American songs are the greatest, and I absolutely love singing them. They're so beautiful, and the words are so meaningful. So get together with your friends and family and sing some American songs. I'm sure you guys know a lot of the lyrics and you know the tunes, so it shouldn't be too difficult. And really listen to the words and think about how you have experienced what these words are expressing, because we are lucky to live in this incredible, beautiful country. And a real American knows and appreciates that we have the opportunity to be here. So that is my July 4th video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already and hit that notification bell. If you'd like to follow me on social media, it's at ClassicallyAbby absolutely everywhere. Please head over to classicallyabby.substack.com to subscribe to my newsletter, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!